The Adhyaya 11th is the Vishwarupa Darshana Yoga, the path to attain the divine by the vision of the cosmic form of God. After witnessing all the glories, Vibhuti, of the divine Ishvara in the 10th Adhyaya, now Arjuna is keen to see his cosmic form, Vishwarupa. We need to start somewhere, seeing the divinity, and then widen our horizons or expanse to see the divinity everywhere. Initially, we will attempt to see the divine in its limited form or the incarnate form, the Saguna Swarupa. And then we can attempt to see his glories and manifold manifestations, Vibhuti, and then attempt to see his cosmic form, the Vishwarupa. And then finally we can visualize God everywhere, Sarvatra, the final goal. Revelation of the cosmic form enables us to see and worship the omnipresent God, Virat Swarupa. How can we endeavor to see the divine Lord everywhere in this world? This requires readiness of our mind to become eligible, adhikaritva. We have been endowed this unique capacity of our mind and intellect that can be called the Divya Chakshu, so that we can inquire into the essence of the divine God, Tat Padartha Shodhana, and attain it as our final goal. For attaining God, scriptures say that the seeker needs to embark on a spiritual journey, sadhana, to begin the journey with utmost faith, Shraddha in God, scriptures, and the one who guides us, our Guru. The devotion or bhakti increases our faith and love for the God. Our lifestyle, what we read, listen, think, and meet kind of people daily also affects our mind and our progress. The desire for knowledge, jignasa, and the eligibility for knowledge, adhikaritva, is the beginning point for our spiritual journey, while the endeavor for knowledge, the prayatna, and the grace of the divine, krupa, will finally lead us to liberation or moksha. There are many forms of Ishvara which help us to attain the one Ishvara. The highest form of Ishvara is Brahma, which is Nirguna, Nirakar, attributeless, formless, pure, Shuddha, Buddha, independent, Mukta, and only Satchit Ananda Swarupa, the only truth, the all-knower, and the all-bliss form, which is omnipresent, Sarva Vyapaka, ever-present, Sarvada, and same in all the beings and things, Sama Swarupa. It is changeless, Nirvikara, and it is the foundation, Adhisthana, of all the material objects and energies. This pure consciousness, or Shuddha Chaitanya, Brahma, with the association of the creative energy, the Maya Upadhi, becomes the Ishvara, the one undivided instrumental and material cause of the creation, Abhinna Nimitta Upadana Karana, which is having the attributes of three gunas, Saguna, but still it is formless, Nirakara, from which the creation arises. The same pure consciousness, when assumes the inner self as the associate, Antakarana Upadhi, becomes the individual Jiva. And this is what we perceive as a reflected consciousness, Pratibimbit Chaitanya, which we believe as separated as an individual or Jiva, whereas in reality it is the same as the universal pure consciousness or Shuddha Chaitanya. The first verse starts with Arjuna's acceptance of the divine Ishvara rather than a question. His request for fulfilling his desire in front of Krishna firstly starts with a prayer and then surrender to the Lord. Arjuna says, "With your grace all my delusions are destroyed. Madanugrahaya paramam guhyam adhyatma sangnitam." He says, with your immense grace you spoke to me about the most secretive spiritual knowledge of the Atman. Tena mama moha ayam vigataha. He says, with which all my delusions, my moha, is gone. This knowledge of the self, the Atman, and its wise distinction from the non-self, the Atma, Anatma, Viveka, is so powerful that it destroys all the attachments arising out of delusions about the reality, which are born out of ignorance. Only knowledge has the power to wipe out the ignorance and illuminate the true self. Arjuna's prayer continues. He says, I know well you are divine Ishvara. Hey Kamala Patraksha, he says, oh Krishna, your eyes are like lotus petals. I've heard from you the origin, dissolution of all the beings in great details in the 10th Adhyaya, and also about your eternal indestructible splendor, all your glories and manifestations in the 10th Adhyaya. And humans have a natural tendency to desire to see the good things that we have heard about, may it be food, places, or people. And now Arjuna desires to see the Lord in his divine cosmic form, Vishwarupa Darshana. He says, Hey Parameshwara, O greatest Lord, as you are describing yourself, you are the same Purushottama, Drashtumichhami te Rupam Aishwaram. He says, I have a desire of seeing you in that complete splendor, the Vishwarupa Swarupa. Arjuna has seen various glories of the divine in certain places and accepted the divinity as the foundation of the universe. Now he has a wish to see the divine cosmic form of Ishvara, who is all pervaded in the universe. He humbly submits his desire to Ishvara with prayers, with a condition that only if he is eligible to see. He says, O Lord, Hey Prabhu, Manyase yadi tat shakyam maya drashtumiti. If you believe it is possible that I am eligible to see, Hey Yogeshwara, tatah me darshaya tvam atmanam avyayam. He says, O Lord of the yogis, then please manifest and show me your perennial eternal form. Arjuna's request to see the divine giant cosmic form, the Vishwarupa of Ishvara, is conditional. Only if he has the capability to behold this giant form. Here, Arjuna does not insist on, but surrenders his request to the lotus feet of the Lord and submits, let the Lord's wish prevail. This is a sign of an ardent devotee. The all-benevolent, ever-graceful Lord is ever ready to reveal himself. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha, the great Lord speaks, O Arjuna, now you see my hundreds and thousands of different forms, all celestial forms of different colors and shapes at one place. And what are you going to see in this cosmic form? Bhagavan says, see the 12 sons of Aditi, Aditya, 8 Vasus, 11 Rudras, 2 Ashwini Kumar, the 33 Pradhan Devta, the main deities, and 49 Maruta Ganas. Apart from this, he says, you shall see many things that you haven't seen before, and it would be very astonishing for you to see. Hey Gudakesha, O conqueror of sleep, Arjuna's name, Iham mama dehe pashya, in this body of mine you shall see Ekastham Sacharacharam Jagat Kritsnam. At one place you will see one complete universe of all the moving and non-moving things. And apart from this, whatever else you desire to see. Krishna prepares Arjuna that is about to witness the most spectacular scenes that he would never have thought of, let alone witness. And then he says, it is not possible for you to see with your regular eyes. Divyam dadami te chakshu. But don't worry, I shall give you divine eyes. He also gives the solution. Pashyame yogam aishwaram, with which you shall be able to see my divine splendor. Lord becomes silent and unfolds himself into the divine cosmic form, the Vishwarupa. And Sanjaya describes the revelation of this cosmic form in next six verses. After having said this, Lord of Yogi shows Arjuna Paramam Rupa Aishwaram, his divine form with all the divine splendor. Sanjaya is describing the unfolding of the cosmic form to King Dhritarashtra. Sanjaya the charioteer has immensely good fortune to see this cosmic form, as he is very pure at heart. And that is why Sanjaya has been gifted the divine Chakshu, the Divya Chakshu from Veda Vyasa, to see the Mahabharata battle and relay this to King Dhritarashtra. It is out of this immense grace of Arjuna that Krishna reveals his cosmic form in full splendor to Arjuna. Sanjaya describes vividly the cosmic divine form of the Lord. He says, with many different faces and many different eyes, many unbelievable forms and many divine costumes, with many divine weapons ready to use, with divine garlands and clothes, body pasted with divine fragrance, this Lord is full of wonderment, is endless, is seen everywhere, Vishwato Mukham, with facing all the sides in a very giant form. This giant cosmic form with all the species in the universe seen at one time, at one place, in many indescribable forms, with different costumes, weapons, so wonderful and endless that one cannot see the end of this giant form. And the effulgence of the Lord is compared with the glare of 1,000 sun. When 1,000 sun arise in the sky at one time, the luminance that is obtained can hardly equal to Tasya Mahatmana Bhasaha, the luminance of the great Lord in his cosmic form. This is something beyond our imagination and would be so difficult to see, as we can hardly see even one bright sun with our normal eyes clearly. And what did Arjuna see here? Tatra ikastam jagat kratsnam. That at one place the complete universe differentiated into all different forms. Arjuna saw Deva Devasya Sharire, in the body of the Lord of the Devas. Sanjay describes how Arjuna saw one divinity manifesting as many different manifestations. So far he had just heard of this. Now he is able to see this clearly with his own eyes, the creation as God itself. On seeing the cosmic form Vishwarupa, what happened to Arjuna? He is filled with astonishment and excitement. Arjuna bows down to the Lord, Krutanjalira Bhashataha, and folded hands and says, Arjuna is mystified at this breathtaking view of the divine in his cosmic form. And seeing the greatness of others makes us humble. And seeing the divine cosmic divinity certainly would make us surrender to the divine. Arjuna now starts his prayer with folded hands. He says, O Lord, in your body, Tavadehe Pashyami, I'm seeing all the devas and all the different groups of species. Brahmanamisham Kamalasanastam. He says, I see Lord Brahmaji seated on the lotus seat, all the rishis and divine reptiles like Vasuki, Sheshanag. Can we really close our eyes and imagine what Arjuna is seeing? It is almost impossible for us to imagine this form. And what is Arjuna seeing? Arjuna is seeing innumerable limbs, many trunks, many mouths, many eyes. From all sides, he says, I see your endless form. I cannot see the beginning, the present, and the end of this form. Pashyami Vishweshwara, he says, I'm seeing you as the Lord of the universe, the creator, the instrumental cause. And Pashyami Vishwarupaha. He says, I'm seeing you as the universe itself, as the creation, as the material cause. Arjuna continues the description of the cosmic form, the Vishwarupa. It says, wearing a crown, a mace, and the will, Shankha Gada Chakra in his hands, God is having a luminous form, lighted from all the sides. Pashyami Tvam Durniriksham. I'm seeing you with great difficulty as you are very radiant like a burning fire and the sun, and unmeasurable from all sides. Arjuna is finding difficult even to describe the form and to see it too. Therefore, probably Arjuna chooses to pray to the formless, unmanifest, the Nirguna Swarupa. It says, Tvamaksharam, you are the chainless, indestructible, Paramam Veditavyam. You are the only one worth knowing. Tvamasya Vishwasya Param Nidhanam. You are the final resting place for the entire universe. Tvamavyayaha. You are eternal, Shashwata Dharma Gopta. You are protector of the perennial Sanatana Dharma. This is my opinion. And there are many different forms of God without any contradiction. The unmanifest Nirguna Brahma Swarupa is the foundation of the universe as a Jagata Adhisthana, which is to be known Gnatavya. Whereas the manifest form, the Saguna Ishvara, the creator Ishvara, the Jagata Karana, the one instrumental and the material cause of the universe, is to be worshipped. It is an Upasya Swarupa. He says, you have no beginning, no presence, and no end. Ananta Viryam, you are Sarva Shaktiman, you have endless courage. Ananta Bahum, you have innumerable limbs. Shashi Surya Netram, Upanishad describes the Vishwaswarupa as the moon and the sun appear as your eyes. Pashyami Dipta Hutasha Vaktram, your face appears lighted up like a fire. Swatejasa Vishwamidam Tapantam, and with your radiance you are burning this world with a lot of heat. Arjuna has now started feeling the heat of distress, of immense illuminance of the cosmic form, the Vishwarupa. Now Arjuna is going to see the other side of the divine, the harsh side, the one that creates pain for us and is difficult for us to accept as the divine. The majestic and the ferocious side of the God are linked to the creation and the destruction in this world as two sides of the same coin. This entire space between the heaven and this world is pervaded with you alone, as well as all the directions. And after seeing your majestic and this ferocious form, Drashtat Adbhutam Rupamugram Tavedam Lokatrayam Pravyathitam, he says all the three lokas are distressed. Arjuna is now feeling the heat of distress. However, like most of us, we firstly do not acknowledge our fears and try to justify them by saying everyone is having this fear. Similarly, Arjuna is also saying all the three lokas are feeling distress by seeing this grand and fierce personality of the Lord. Those group of devatas are entering you. Few out of fear are singing and praying for you, are doing some prayers. And group of Maharshis are saying, Swasti Yukta, may peace prevail, and sing devotional songs in your praise with meaning. Everyone is seeing this astonishing form with bewilderment. 11 Rudras, 12 Adityas, 8 Vasu, 12 Sadhyagana, 10 Vishwagana, 2 Ashwini Kumara, 49 Marutagana, Pitrugana, Gandharva, Yaksha, Asura, and all the groups of realized enlightened men. Sarva eva vismita, all are astonished to see you in this form, O Lord. Arjuna is saying. All the different groups of Devatas are awestruck at this baffling giant form and are seeing it with astonishment. And seeing your majestic form with many faces, many eyes, many hands, feet, many abdomen, large teeth, gums, all these people are feeling the distress. And Arjuna then says, Tatha aham, and so am I. I'm also feeling the fear and the stress now. While all people seeing this majestic form are feeling distress, as though they have never thought of such a divine form like this. And Arjuna also accepts that he himself is also feeling the heat of distress, getting perturbed, seeing this glorious form of the divine. Your cosmic form is vast, reaches the sky, is luminous, having many colors. All the mouths of the Lord are open with glowing large eyes. By seeing you, my inner self is burning with distress. I cannot have any patience or solace, so please be at peace, O Vishnu. Arjuna says. The distress of Arjuna gets intensified while seeing the furious form of the Lord. To Arjuna it is very perplexing, as he has never imagined God in this form. Arjuna's inner distress continues as he is able to describe it well in words. Seeing you with his giant mouth, teeth and gums, with burning fire, similar to the end of the world, Disha na jane, I have no sense of any directions, na labhe cha sharma, I have no benefit, no happiness, prasida, says, be pleased, shower your grace, O Lord. Arjuna is now petrified with fear while seeing this ghastly form of the God. He has never witnessed something like this in the divine, never even thought that the divine can create such destruction. Arjuna is now going to see in Vishwarupa what is going to happen in the future. All the sons of Dhritarashtra, along with the group of kings and Bhishma, Drona, Karna, along with all the main warriors, are all sucked into the mouth of the Lord with great force, having large scary teeth. Some are stuck in between the teeth. Uttamangaihi sandrashyante churinitaihi. Some heads are shattered into pieces. Arjuna is now witnessing the most ghastly scene that he has ever seen. He can see Duryodhana, other sons of Dhritarashtra, grandsire Bhishma, his guru Drona, his competitor Karna, all being meet with their eventual fate of destruction. They are all being drawn forcefully into the mouth of the divine for destruction with great force of attraction. Arjuna gives two examples of a river and a moth to describe this phenomenon in the next two verses. He says, Yatha nadinam bhava ambuvegaha samudrameva abhimukhadраvanti. Just as a copious flow of the rivers is naturally gushing towards the ocean, tatha tava ami naralokavira vishanti vaktrani abhivijwalanti. He says, similarly, all the strong warriors of the mortal world are entering into your mouth, which is on fire. And the second example he gives is of moths who are attracted to the light. Yatha pradiptam jwalanam patanga vishanti nashaya samruddha vegaha. Just as all the moths are forcefully attracted towards the lighted fire for the destruction, tatha eva nashaya vishanti loka tavapi vaktrani samruddha vega. Similarly, all the people for the destruction are rapidly entering your mouth by themselves with a great force. The human life undergoes continuous change the day life is born. All the cells, nails, hairs, everything keeps shedding. After a few years of development, the body undergoes continuous degeneration to eventual destruction, which we call death. Each one of us are forcefully drawn into this eventuality with a force without our choice. When the river merges into the ocean, it actually does not get destroyed but dissolves its identity into the ocean. From the perspective of the river, the final goal is achieved and the river is at peace with itself, while from the perspective of the ocean, does not undergo any change while all the rivers keep flowing into it. Both are at bliss with themselves. Even the moth, who apparently meets with its destruction by consuming itself into the light of fire, also meets its eventual end and restarts its another journey as a cycle of creation and destruction goes on and on. Similarly, all the beings, Jiva, are forcefully drawn towards their death right after their birth, and this cycle keeps on going on. The creation also undergoes this cycle of destruction and recreation. Arjuna is seeing the destructive form of the God, the most ferocious cosmic form. And he says, you are licking and eating them thoroughly. All the people who are entering your mouth on fire. The entire world is filled with your radiance, and this severe heat is causing a lot of distress. He says that God is actually enjoying the destruction that is happening. This destructible fire is causing intense heat in the mind of Arjuna. He is not able to bear this anymore. He has never seen God in this form. Thus he asked Ishvara a question. Oh Lord, who are you in this ferocious form? Akhyai me kaha bhavan ugra rupaha. Tell me, who are you in this furious form? O greatest of all devas, I bow down to you. Be pleased. I desire to know you truly, O first being, as I don't understand your actions. Arjuna is thoroughly confused. He has always thought that God is most benevolent, graceful, does good for all the people at all the times. He has never imagined that God can have devastating form and can demolish everything and still enjoy this destruction. He urges Krishna in his cosmic form to have mercy on him, to tell him the secret, the truth behind these fearsome activities of the Lord. He wants to know from Lord himself, as no one would be able to tell him this hidden secret. And therefore with this desire he asks a question to the Lord in his cosmic form to unravel the secret, to which Bhagavan Krishna answers. The great Lord speaks in his cosmic form, Kalaha Asmi. He says, I am time, as death personified. Lokakshaya Krut Pravruttaha. I am here and I work to destroy people. Lokan Samahartum Iha Pravruttaha. I am in action to massacre people, he says. Yaha Ye Avastitaha Pratyanikeshu Yodaha. All the warriors in the opposite army that you, even if you don't fight, Na Bhavishyanti Sarve, they shall not remain in the future, they are going to be destroyed. The creation and the destruction are two sides of the same coin, and they happen simultaneously. The journey towards death actually starts from the birth for all the beings without exception. Only if we could see the hands of the divine in destruction. In creation we can see the divine, but in destruction rarely we can fathom the divinity at play. That is why we fear death the most. One who knows the Lord in this way as the death personified would never fear death. Even at a global level, creation, dissolution of the universe happens at the desire of the Almighty. Therefore, Bhagavan says, do your action, Arjuna, as an instrument. Nimitta matram bhava. He says, Tasmat tvamuttishta. Therefore, know this reality, Arjuna. You get up, you fight this war, do your duties. Yashah labasva. And achieve the fame, get the honor, get the grace of winning this war. Chitva shatrun. Win over your enemies. Bhungshvarajyam samruddham. And enjoy the prosperous kingdom. All these have already been killed by me. You kill them by being an instrument. Nimitta matram bhava savya sachin. He says, be an instrument, O Arjuna, and do your job. Being an instrument, O Arjuna, nimitta matram bhava savya sachim is a very, very important statement which we should remember all our life, at each moment, to make a major shift in the understanding in our life. We all need to understand I am an instrument, nimitta matra, in the hands of the divine, and therefore should not feel pride for what I am able to do, but should always feel the grace of the divine. We all need to understand that all others are also instruments, nimitta matra, in the hands of the divine. This will help us to understand why different people behave differently at different times without we being perturbed or disturbed. Krishna tells Arjuna to play his role in life like a drama or an actor who is directed by a director in the movie, or like a puppet show where the puppets move as directed by the puppeteer. The feeling of being an instrument, nimitta matra, in the hands of the God takes away our pride. It is the expectation of the appreciation that makes us miserable. While if we believe we are the instrument and we do not desire any appreciation, we shall always be at peace. This understanding of being an instrument, nimitta matra, also helps us to accept the higher power in our life. The understanding that He is the doer, I am only an instrument, helps me to share the credit of outcomes with Him and make Him my partner in life. This gradually percolates to the understanding that He does everything, I am a mere instrument, a witness. This helps me to surrender to the higher power and helps me to achieve peace of mind and create a stress-free life for myself and my family. Thus the statement, be an instrument, O Arjuna, nimitta matram bhava savya sachi, can become one of the most important pillars of our life and its journey. Do your duty without any worries, be an instrument. He says, Drona, Bhishma, Jayadratha, Karna, many other warriors, Bhagavan says, they have already been killed by me. You kill them, they are already destroyed by me. Ma vathishta. Arjuna, don't have any fear or distress. Jetasi rane sapatnan, you shall win all over the enemies. Yuddhasva, fight this war, do your duty, and be a nimitta matra. Krishna says, Arjuna, you only need to kill those who have already been killed. You need to do a drama. Everything has been destined and accordingly is being done. Like everyone else in this universe, why don't you contribute your part, do your duty in this universe? Just do what needs to be done without any worries or anxieties of what will going to happen, and just do your best. Sanjay now describes Arjuna's condition. After listening to the words of Krishna, Arjuna stands with folded hands, trembling, bows down again and again with a lot of fear, bows down again. Sagadgatam aha Krishna, being emotional, he speaks to Krishna. Seeing this divine grace of the God, Arjuna is completely shaken. He now understands the play of the divine and accepts complete surrender to the divine. Sanjay describes this condition. His entire body is shaking violently and has become very emotional, and in this condition he prays to Lord Krishna. Arjuna has accepted the divinity of the Lord. He says, O Rishikesha, O Krishna, the Lord of senses, Sthane. He says, it is appropriate, it is okay that after singing the glory of your deeds, the people of this world feel very happy and they develop love and attachment for you. The demons fear you, they run in different directions, whereas Sarve Namasyanti cha Siddha Sangaha, and the group of wise people worship you. Everything is sthane, everything is appropriate, it is okay, it is like a magical word, and this attitude can also be life-changing for us if we truly understand the design of the divine. Arjuna has accepted the work of the divine completely. Attitude, everything is okay, sthane, helps us not to complain for trivial things in life and provide the peace of mind to us. Life is full of dualities. Different situations create different circumstances. In each of them, we should endeavor to do what we can do to the best of our abilities and leave the rest. Whatever is the outcome, we should accept it. It is okay, all is well, no problem, it is fine, sthane. In all our strenuous or troublesome relationships in life, we can learn to accept the differences. It is okay, sthane. This attitude can be life-changing, and therefore we should be open to accept the change and work with enthusiasm to embrace the change. At work, we can learn to accept different points of view and take a collective decision, and in personal life too, we can accept ourselves completely, challenge ourselves, and keep improving on ourselves. In the next 10 verses, Arjuna prays beautifully to the Almighty by accepting his divinity and surrenders to him. Arjuna invokes Ishvara with his devotional prayers. He says, how can I not bow down to you? You are the beginning of Brahmaji. You are the greatest and the best teacher. Ananta Devesha, you have many different forms. Jagan Nivasa, you are the final home of this entire world. Sat Asat Tat Param Yata, you are the truth and the illusion in all the forms you are there. Tvam Aksharam, you are eternal. The divine Ishvara is eternal, changes, indestructible and complete, Purna, in the universe. Whereas all the matter keeps changing, including the beings and all the things in this world. Ishvara is the one unseen truth, Sat, that upholds all that is seen in the universe, Asat. The truth is ever existent. It is Sat, it is all knower, Chit, and it is all bliss, Ananda Swarupa. Arjuna continues his devotional invocations to the Ishvara. You are the beginning of the Devas. You are the complete being, ancient, yes, chainless. You are the final home to this world. Vettasi, you are the all-knower, the Kshetrajna or the Drashta. Vedyam, and you are the known, the seen world or the one worth knowing. Chaparam Chadhama, he says you are the final destination for all the individuals. Anantarupa, you are manifested in all as a material cause. This entire world is pervaded by you. You are in the form of the wind god, there's the god of death, the fire god, the water god, the moon, as Brahma, as a great grandfather. I bow down to you 1,000 times, again and again I bow down to you. Arjuna is overwhelmed with emotions and is unable to find the right words to address the supreme divinity. Therefore he surrenders again and again and says, I bow down to you again and again, showing his faith, love, respect and devotion to the Almighty Krishna. In all forms, as wind, fire, water, even as god of death and destruction, he now sees the divine at play. I bow down to you from the front, from the behind. He says, Namastute Sarvata Eva. From all directions I bow down to you. You are Sarva. You are always, ever, at all places, in all forms. You are endlessly strong. You are bold, enterprising. You accept one and all. You are pervaded in all. O Atman of all, you manifest as all. Arjuna asks for forgiveness for his mistakes unknowingly which he may have committed. He says, Sakheti matva, understanding you as my friend, prasabham yaduktam. If my words have disrespected you, if I have said, Hey Krishna, Hey Yadava, Hey Sakheti, he says, Ajanata mahimanam tavaidam, not knowing you as Ishvara, maya pramadat, or maybe out of my laziness or negligence, api pranayena va, or due to my extreme affection for you. He gives 3 reasons why he could have made these mistakes. Arjuna tenders his unconditional apology, a sign of a great devotee. Arjuna recalls all the places where he could have been uncourteous to Krishna. Hey Achyuta, you don't miss your duties. That is the name of Krishna. Even if I have, in a lighter mood, I have disregarded you in any way, while going out, while sleeping, while sitting or while eating together in privacy or in front of others, Tachamaye aham, oh Lord, please forgive me. Tvam aprameyam, because you are beyond imagination. You are Father to this living and the non-living world. You are most respectable, the greatest teacher. No one is similar to you. Who can be better than you in these 3 lokas? You are apratima prabhava. Oh God, you are of immeasurable splendor and glories. Therefore, he says, I prostrate, bow down completely with all my body to please you. I sing the Lord's glory. Just as the father forgives his son, a friend forgives another, and a lover forgives a loved one, bear with their mistakes and forgives them. Please forgive me, he says. Arjuna now wants to see the calm and the unruffled original form of the Lord. So he says, seeing whatever I have never seen before, I am very happy, along with my mind is disturbed because of fear. So please show me your original form, your Chaturbhuja Swarupa. Be pleased, please show me your original form along with Shankha Gada Chakra in your hands. I am yearning to see that original form of yours. O One in the cosmic form with 1,000 hands, Thena eva rupena chaturbhujena bhava, manifest as your original 4-armed Chaturbhuj Swarupa. The original form of Krishna is the form of Lord Vishnu, which is a 4-armed form, the Chaturbhuja Swarupa, which Arjuna wishes to see again, as is familiar to that form always. As always, Krishna is ready to oblige by his grace. He says, O Arjuna, pleased by you, I showed you this form, this highest form which could only be seen due to my yogic energies, which is vast, luminous, endless, and beginning of all. No one else apart from you has seen this form ever before. Bhagavan Krishna is all merciful. By his divine grace on Arjuna, the cosmic form Vishwarupa could be seen by Arjuna. The power of yoga, the Maya Shakti, only makes such a divine vision possible by the divine eyes, Divya Chakshu, not with the regular eyes, which otherwise is impossible by the mortals to see. The divine Ishvara is infinite, limitless, most radiant and origin of all in this universe. Arjuna was the only fortunate as he could see the cosmic form in great details and could even converse with the Lord in his cosmic form. Transiently, such a form was seen by Krishna's mother Yashoda while Krishna opened his mouth, and Duryodhana in his courtroom when he tried to bind Krishna when Krishna had come with a message of truth before the truce before the Mahabharata battle. The cosmic form Vishwarupa is rarely seen by anyone. Neither, Bhagavan says, by Veda, by Yagna, nor by Dana, donations, charity, neither by karma nor by rigorous penance. This form is not possible to be seen in this mortal world, Twadanyena, by anyone apart from you. Here Arjuna, Krishna says no one can see this form. It is only due to his grace that Arjuna could behold this giant cosmic Vishwarupa. Even the greatest devotees of the Lord do not have the eligibility to see this divine form of the Lord, in spite of the arduous spiritual journey and the intense penance that they do. Now by his grace, Krishna assumes his original form once again. Now you don't get distressed, Arjuna, don't get confused by seeing my ghastly form. Let go of your fear, and he says, get back to your happy state. Tatah eva me rupamidam prapashya. And now you see my original 4-armed Chaturbhuj Swarupa. In this way, after Vasudev, Krishna told Arjuna, once again he showed the original Chaturbhuj form and gave solace to Arjuna as he was in a lot of fear. Bhutva Puna Saumya Vapuh Mahatma, and Krishna again assumes a pleasing 4-armed form, the Chaturbhuj Swarupa. Sanjay describes the unraveling of the cosmic form of the God to his original blissful form to King Dhritarashtra to please Arjuna and remove his fears and confusion. Arjuna is much pleased and says, after seeing your pleasing human form, now I am better organized. Sachetaha, I have regained my consciousness. Prakritim gataha, and I have come back to my original nature. Arjuna has regained his composure and has come back to his senses, to his evenness and balance after seeing the Lord in his original form. Bhagavan Krishna says, vision of the Vishwarupa is very rare, it is durlabha. Now that you have seen this cosmic form of mine, Vishwarupa, Sudurdarsham, which is possible only to see with great difficulties, even the Devas are always eager to see this form. The rare glimpse of the divine cosmic form of the Lord of the universe is not easy. It requires great hard work in the form of spiritual journey, Kathora sadhana, for creating the eligibility, patrata, to see such a divine cosmic form, which is rare. Even the Devas are always eager to see this form. How can it be seen? Neither by Veda study, nor by penance, nor by donations, it is possible to see me in this form, the one that you just saw. Bhagavan Krishna is himself telling Arjuna that Krishna says, this form cannot be seen by the greatest of all devotees who pursue their spiritual journey. Then how on earth is it possible to see this cosmic form? And Bhagavan Krishna gives a solution. He says, committed devotion is the only way. Bhaktya tu ananyaya. Only with a one-pointed devotion, O Arjuna, it is possible to know me in that form, Vishwarupa, to know me, to see me, and to understand me in reality. Krishna is praising devotion as one of the most important part of the spiritual exercises to attain the divine. The only solution to see divine in a cosmic form is one-pointed, dedicated devotion, which is only makes us one eligible for this grace of the divine that Arjuna had. One-pointed devotion means God is the first priority and the only priority in life. Everything else becomes a second priority or no priority at all. The commitment is total and complete to the Almighty. All love, respect, and devotion is only for the Lord. Devotion is not the means to the goal, but the only goal just to please the Lord. There is complete surrender and acceptance for all situations in life without complaints or blaming others. This is possible only with a one-pointed devotion, Ananya Bhakti, how God can be attained. And this is possible with a disciplined step-by-step spiritual journey and Adhyatma Sadhana, steps of which Krishna describes in the concluding verse of the 11th Adhyaya. Here Krishna shows the summary of Gita Ji, the steps of seeker's spiritual journey. Samam eti, he says that devotee will attain me only who mat karma kruta. First he says, who does everything for me, karma yoga. Mat param, who is surrendered to me, who is gnan parayan or nishtha. Mad bhaktaha, who is my devotee, who carries out bhakti yoga. Sangavarjitaha, who is without attachments, who does not have raga, as vairagya. Nirvaira sarva bhuteshu, who is devoid of animosity for all, or dvesha. The spiritual journey for an aspirant who seeks to attain the divine starts with converting all his actions, karma, to surrender to the God, mat karma kruta, with an attitude of karma yoga. This means surrendering our ego, our pride while doing any of our actions, by doing it as an instrument in the hands of the God, the nimitta matra bhava. And whenever we get the results, it is accepted as a gift from the divine, as a prasada buddhi. The second and important means is devotion to the God, mad bhakta. We need to love, respect, and worship the divine in all forms with an attitude of surrender to the divine and seeing his glories, energies, and grace in all that we do and all that we receive. The third and the final understanding is the knowledge to attain the divine, mat param. These are the three means or the sadhan to attain the divine. The two other vices that we need to let go are the attachments, the raga, and the anger, the dvesha. Doing our actions with the devotional aspect helps us to gradually reduce our attachments to the material world, its people and the objects of daily life, sangavarjita. This love for material objects binds us to this world, and to release this bondage, a sense of detachment, vairagya, needs to happen with the right understanding, samajdari. Also, animosity or hatred towards other people and other beings need to reduce for us to progress on the path to attain the divine, nirvaira sarva bhuteshu. The reduction in our strong likes and dislikes, raga, dvesha, helps us to make our mind and our self capable to perceive the divine understanding. Thereafter, the path is to understand the divine knowledge by following the path of knowledge, the Gnana Yoga, comprising of Shravana, Manana, and Nididhyasana. The detailed description of the devotional worship to the divine is going to be in the next or the 12th Adhyaya, the Bhakti Yoga, and thereafter the path of knowledge will be unlocked in the 13th Adhyaya, the Kshetra Kshetragna Vibhaga Yoga. With this, we come to the end of the 11th Adhyaya of Sri Bhagavad Gita. Om Tat Sat Iti Srimad Bhagavad Gitasu Upanishatsu Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre Shri Krishna Arjuna Samvade Vishwarupa Darshana Yogo Nama Ekadashodhyayaha.